The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Delaware Live's presentation of the DIAA Boys Basketball State Quarterfinals, as the number 3 seed Howard Wildcats will play host to the number 6 seed Appoquinimink Jaguars in a Blue Hen battle here at Howard High School. My name is Pat Gariani's. With me today is Joe Singles. And Joe, this has the makings of a really good game between these two Blue Hen Conference teams. What stands out to you here? Obviously, you've played high school basketball. You've covered the games a lot. When we get to this point in the season, it's always fun.
Yeah, it's amazing to me how much, just like at the college and the NBA level, sometimes the high school games across the country come down to half-court basketball. There's a lot of time. Or I'd say a little bit more than usual between the end of the regular season and the beginning of the postseason. So that gives coaches an opportunity a better opportunity to prepare their teams. So what you see is I see teams who maybe have a few more sets, but being able to play within the half court and not just push. Is something that sometimes you have to do depending on what the other team's style of play is. And, teams that are able to do that will advance.
True, and taking a look down at the tournament, I mean, it's been a heck of a fun start so far. Taking a look at how both of these teams got here. Howard obviously had a first-round bye as the number 3 seed. They took down Indian River 46, actually I think it was 64 to 59, and that was a game in which the Wildcats had a pretty big lead before Indian River found their way back to keep that at a 5-point game. Appo had the first round bye, took on Laurel, and it was a 57-46 game. The Jaguars were able to get a win. And, Joe, it's been fun all up and down the bracket as well, aside from those two games and how these two teams got here.
Yeah, it's always fun to see something like for us who live up more north. It's always fun to see some of those downstate teams that we don't get to see as much. This year a number of teams from downstate, in the middle of the state, made it, and some of them haven't fared as well as I'm sure they would like. But either way, they've given good effort throughout. And we just saw the Middletown-Sanford game earlier.
Yeah, well, speaking of the downstate teams, one of them got knocked off. The first upset of the tournament happened at a 1 p.m. tip-off as William Penn, the Colonials, went down to Seaford and upset the number 2 Blue Jays 71-61 in a game in which they trailed 22-10 after the first quarter. And as Joe alluded to, a game that you saw right here on Delaware Live Sports, Middletown, a 57-42 victory over Sanford in what was a defensive battle for sure. So 2 Final Four teams are set. 2 more will be determined. Tower Hill will be playing host to Salesianum in one of the 4 o'clock tip-off games. Joe, that should be a good one over there. 2 teams that really know how to play basketball in a controlled manner.
Yeah, and a matchup of finals. The finals last year, Sally's, I'm sure, would love to knock off Tower Hill after Tower Hill, pretty much had that state finals last year in hand after the first quarter. The game was pretty much over, and the Shepherd boys, Shepherd twins, are seniors this year at Tower Hill, and Tower Hill lost a couple other of their starters that could really contributed throughout the season. So I'm really interested to see hear how that game goes as we move through our game here today.
So Jason Winchel's over there for the 302 Sports Crew. So we will be getting updates as that one goes along. We'll work them into the broadcast, keep you updated. But obviously the game in front of us here, Joe, between the Appo Jaguars and the Howard Wildcats is one that is exciting. Both of these teams have had great seasons. The Howard Wildcats at 14-4 coming into this one. They've had themselves quite a successful season. The Appo Jaguars at 15-5, the 6th seed as well. Talk to us first and foremost, the visiting Appo Jags. Talk a little bit about what we've seen from them and what's a key to the game for them.
Their program, as we know, since they become a high school, has always been a solid program. Big high school out of Middletown, and I've heard, coming into this season that they've got some players at the skill positions, and they caught a couple of the bigger players in the post. And like you said, 15-5 is a solid record coming out of a 20 game schedule at a 75% winning percentage clip, and finished 5-2 in Flight A, which we know Flight A is usually the strongest conference in the public schools, and this is the 4th time in a row that Appo's gotten a bye out of the first round. So we'll see. They beat William Penn, who you talked about earlier today, beating Sanford. They've beaten Cape, beat Mount, St. George's. They did lose to Howard earlier in the year. So that'll be interesting to see how their team bounces back from that. And then on the other side, Pat, Howard is always right there. Howard is always in the mix. When you're talking about state tournament time, they've been in the mix since I was in high school, and they were in the mix since
when I was in high school.
Our father, my dad was in high school, so they're always right there, and I'm sure they're going to be looking, to go as deep as they possibly can. They're coming in only 6-4 in their last 10 games, so that's something that stands out to me a little bit.
Good, taking a look. Some of the players to keep an eye on for sure. First and foremost with the Appo Jaguars, a big key for them is Christian Barksdale, the guard, first team all-conference, Joe, averaging 14 points a game, can shoot from the three-point line at 41%. Daniel Harvey, a sophomore who stepped up, 7.5 points per game and 4 assists. Riley Busby, obviously we know John's a colleague of ours. He averages 6 a game. He shoots 40% from 3. And then the return of Eric Matheng, the junior, 9 points, 10 rebounds a game before his injury. He's back now. This is a team to definitely keep an eye out for. And Howard, it's a group here, Joe, that in the past they've had star power. This year, more of an even team. They share the basketball pretty well. R.J. Matthews, he's a first-team all-conference player. He's averaging 12.5, 5.5 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and almost 2.5 steals per game. You got Xavier and Aiden Richards-Powell, both all-conference players, averaging 8-4 and 6-3 together. And then Marcus Johnson, the big fella, 7 points, 3 rebounds a game. And then the point guard, DeShields, who I'm a huge fan of. He is a difference maker. I feel like a guy that keeps this team together and in the right direction. He is somebody that I find to be an impressive guard, the junior, Jameer DeShields. He's averaging 8.5 a game, but really kind of leads the tempo for this Howard team. Joe, a key for Appo and a key for Howard before we step away.
Appo's going to have to make sure they play their brand of basketball. As we see Howard now and in the past, they like to push the basketball. They like to take advantage of their athleticism and quickness, and really put pressure. They really attack the defense. Appo will have to pick and choose when they want to attack and when they want to kind of slow things down. So we'll see, who can kind of, force their will on the other team, so to speak.
Absolutely. The winner of this game will move on to take on the William Penn Colonials. They will host, or actually no, they will play at the Bob Carpenter Center. So we will see what happens here today. We will step aside for our first commercial break of the game. When we come back, tip-off here from the DIAA Boys Basketball quarterfinals here at Howard High School.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when three guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Expectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
Barkley Heating and Air. Barkley's can work on all brands specializing in air conditioners, gas, oil, and heat pumps. Family owned and operated with over 17 years of experience. Licensed, insured, and a multiple-year First State Favorites winner. Barkley Heating and Air offers 24-hour emergency service with service plans available. Customer satisfaction guaranteed. Call 302-653-5971 for a free estimate today. John and Ginger Barkley are looking forward to serving the community. Find them on the web at barkleyheatingandair.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway, Blue Coast features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple food that highlights the flavors of Southern Delaware. With chef-inspired daily specials, an award-winning wine list, and an extensive list of craft cocktails and local beer, Blue Coast is the perfect spot for a night out. Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round for lunch and dinner. See you soon.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris. I would always...
Back here at Howard High School of Technology for the DIAA Boys Basketball quarterfinals. Howard playing host to the Appoquinimink Jaguars in a 3-6 matchup with the right to go to the Bob Carpenter Center on the line. It's going to be an exciting game here today. Pat Gariantes, Joe Singles with you. Starting lineups first here for the Appo Jaguars. They'll go with number 3, Daniel Harvey, number 4, Christian Barksdale, number 5, Eric Matheng, number 10, Elijah Brooks, and number 15, Riley Busby. As for the Howard Wildcats, it'll be Xavier Richards-Powell, Aiden Richards-Powell, Jameer DeShields, Marcus Johnson, and R.J. Matthews. And we are underway here for this one. Howard starting with the ball. It's a 2-3 zone here from Appo. And Joe, how about this? A little zone look to try and slow the Wildcats down early.
Yeah, it's it might even be, Pat, it would be a 3-2.
3-2?
Yeah, I think You know, that top wing was dropping, and the ball goes down the baseline, but a good turnover there by
Here,
Howard.
Jaguars out of it, working the ball around. This is Busby, baseline drive. Harvey for three, short. Loose ball picked up by Richards-Powell. They'll bring it across,
Nice
floated
shot.
in the lane
Great
for
shot.
two. Aiden Richards-Powell getting us going with 2 early points.
Nice
Transition
soft
game.
touch there. Sorry, Pat. Nice soft touch there. He had 2 defenders in front of him.
Going to work. There's the turnover here. It's going to be a backcourt violation. So there, Jags getting a little bit ahead of themselves, unable to make something happen. It'll be white ball over here to the left. Arsan Matthews, head coach for Howard, Coach Tom Persh for Appoquinimink. As you said, Howard won the first matchup between these two. Again, here's the zone. Xavier Richards-Powell goes over to DeShields. You see DeShields looking to get his team listed up. Matthews inside to Johnson, kick out. Good ball movement here by the Wildcats. Good poke away. Aiden goes to Xavier. Xavier goes to Aiden. That one's no good. Busby to rebound. There's a foul there by Howard on the loose ball. It's going to go on Johnson, his first.
Yeah, good patience there by Howard. They just weren't able to come away with a good look, but I like the fact that they were not afraid to take some time off the clock and try and get the best look they could. Appo did a good job of making sure they were finding who they needed to find, especially out on that corner three.
You know, we talked about what dictates a true championship contender, and a lot of times it's the teams that can adjust to paces of play.
Yeah.
Right? It can play both ways. Obviously, Howard loves to get out and run. That's their go-to.
Yep.
But now they're going to play in a half-court game. Can they adjust? Can they play in this style and have success? If they can, true contender. If they can't, could run into some problems.
Yeah,
We'll see.
and every year, like you just said, Pat, Howard's right there. We've seen this program with a number of these players, go up in the last couple years against some out-of-state teams, that we're familiar with up in the Philly area, and really give those teams some fits. As they took Newman Goretti to overtime, 2 seasons ago. So
down the lane, layup no good. Nice attempt, but unable to finish there was Elijah Brooks. Here comes Howard to return. Johnson and one. The big fella has really come into his own. And this is senior season, Joe, and that's a good take by the big man.
Yep. He's starting this year. In years past, he always came up off the bench, gave the Wildcats a lot of energy. Worked hard. This year, he's getting the start, and he's making the most of it.
Left-hander at the line, and he's got good touch. Puts it up and in. First 5 points of the game go to Howard. There's a substitution for Appo as they'll go to the bench and bring in Reynaldo Carrier. He's an athletic big. Coming in, obviously you're familiar, his brother Lorenzo played here a few years back, is now playing baseball down at University of Miami. Here's Barksdale, he's bumped. We're gonna get Matthews with the extracurricular right there.
A little too aggressive with the body. Got to allow the ball handler freedom of movement there.
And that ball stolen away, lazy pass.
Nice job. Yeah.
DeShields with the look, Matthews with the lay. Great work. There's Jameer DeShields again coming up with the play. The steal and the assist. This is Harvey with the ball. He loses it. Backcourt. Tough start here for the Jags. And there's a timeout. Coach Persh wants to talk this one over. First timeout for Appo. And Joe, talk to us what you've seen early in this game. Obviously a great start here for Howard.
Yeah, and as you look up and down the rosters, Appo's got some seniors, but they got some underclassmen too, because a lot of these turnovers have almost been unforced. Just not quite head in the game, not quite comfortable yet. So hopefully Appo can settle down and become a little bit more comfortable, because they've had success all year. So it's uncharacteristic of them, some of these turnovers here early.
Absolutely. Obviously, they're without a key contributor, Haj Bell. He had been a key component for them. They're playing without him right now in this tournament, so that's another ball handler, another scorer that's not out there
Yep,
for them.
and he was a senior. He was a upperclassman, so.
So they've lost him, but they've regained Metheng, the junior 6'5". And but yeah, without the extra guard out there, you're starting to see perhaps a little bit of some struggles. Let's see what they do coming out of this timeout, Joe. What's something? What do you want to see the Jaguars do here off the inbound?
Not force anything. Play their game. You don't want to force anything. You hopefully can get a good defensive stop here on the defensive end, and
they come out in a man-to-man, switching the defensive look on Howard.
Yep.
Drive and kick. That's Xavier to Aiden. Aiden Richards foul, back to DeShields. Nice look inside of Johnson, and he does what he does, finishing around the rim. Good look, good finish. 9-0 start for the Wildcats. Here's Busby inside, Metheng.
That's a foul.
Block.
Yeah.
Nice idea though there by Johnson.
Yeah, he fell early.
Yeah.
You have to wait. You're always taught how to take the charge, but you do have to wait until somebody makes contact with you. Otherwise, it is a block. Even if you have the right position, if you fall early. So we'll see if Appo can get on the board here.
Johnson comes out. Tyler Scruggs will come in for him, number 5. Coach Matthews getting his team set up defensively, wiping some sweat off the floor there. And they get this one in. Here comes Appo. They get it over to Busby. Into Metheng. Scruggs knocks that one away. It'll stay here with the Jags. Maybe a little bit slow. I like the action right there.
Yeah.
Just a little bit too slow.
Busby take one dribble down towards the baseline and make a bounce pass there. If the bounce pass gets through.
Harvey handling. Aiden Richards foul defending him. Here is Busby now on the corner. He turns that one. Oh, nice look inside. Good find. Harvey inside for the bucket to Carrier. And the first score of the day for Appo. Scruggs
Good
inside.
pass. Wow, what a pass. Splits the double team, splits that little trap.
And Scruggs finishes around the rim. Quick answer there from Howard. And now a steal. And Matthews is fouled. They're going to get Barksdale. 11-2 start here, halfway through the first quarter. And first time here today, checking in, is Caleb Raifa. Here's Matthews. On the drive, nothing doing. Kick out to Shields for 3. In and out, no good. Ball's loose. Ball for last touch there by Aiden Richards' pal. And that ball will go to the Jaguars.
Appo just looks like they just don't feel comfortable yet.
That's the truth. 11-2 here. Raifa in the lane. Nice find down low. Barksdale with the finish. 2 good dribble
Great
penetrations.
pass, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Raifa, he's a sophomore. Young guys coming off the bench and contributing.
Yep.
This is Scruggs. There's R.J. Matthews. Into the lane, kick out. Aiden Richards' pal. Good pump fake drive. Can't finish. Tough finish.
Oh.
They kick this one up. There's Barksdale driving. And he'll go to the line for 2. Nice aggression here. Nice answer from the Jaguars here if they're trailing 9-0 early.
Yep, with Caleb, good call by Appo's coach, bringing Caleb in off the bench and giving some energy.
Now Barksdale's at the line. 6'2" guard, can't hit. Now into the game is Dylan Griffith, star football player, the sophomore. He actually led the state interceptions as a freshman. You could believe it. A little pressure now from Appo. So Appo trying to throw some different looks at Howard. Good job by the Wildcats breaking it down. Good ball movement here as well. Matthews pull this one up top. Can't quite get the handle.
That's
and,
yeah.
Wow,
That's
they reach in there on the thing.
But Pat, I was just gonna say, Coach Purse, Appo, good adjustments. Get his team. We've always said that. Basketball. When you play man to man, you tend to bring a little bit more energy at the offensive end.
So it's knocked away. Let's see. They call out of bounds. They do. It'll stay here. Metheng almost picked up his second. A little extracurricular underneath. Matthews will throw it in, the quarterback on the football team. That one, how about this young sophomore? That's his second.
Boy.
What they call that on? The Shields?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they did.
Rafus just bringing energy, man. It's great. Hand in the passing lane, gets fouled.
And we did a game earlier in the year at Appo. They played Cape Penlopen, and Coach Purse, after the game, said, I got some guys, some sophomores that I need to trust a little bit more in big spots and give them some more minutes, and they've done that. It's a dangerous pass. It's stolen.
Yeah, very dangerous.
And they're lucky. Scruggs loses it out of bounds.
Appo's going to have to set some ball screens. Get their guards open. They're kind of just standing a little bit.
Carrier up top to Griffith. That one was nearly taken. Oh, man, the deflections are all over the place. Howard's starting to swarm a little bit. (11-5). There's Barksdale. Oh, he nearly walked. Took him a while to put that dribble down. Down the lane he goes. Trying to finish through contact. Good contest by Richards Powell. Barksdale comes up with the loose ball, and that's swatted away. That's Aiden Richards Powell from behind.
Boy, I think he could have just grabbed that one.
He could have. He absolutely could have.
Could have just grabbed it.
Pulled a Bill Russell.
Yep.
Yep. 2:08 to go here in the first quarter. I think we got a blood jersey potential.
How can they tell with maroon? Maybe it's on the white. Maybe it's on the white part of there.
And that'll bring Harvey back into the game. Oh, he nearly bobbled that one. He gets it back. This is Metheng. Good defense by Aiden Richards Powell. Nearly a steal. Appo scrambling right now. And they're going to get Carrier there. They're going to get Carrier right there on the discontinue. They want a tech on the dunk. As the dunk happened after the whistle, I think it may be a delay of game warning. And I think that should be a warning. I don't think you tee someone up on that right there.
Yeah, me neither. I agree. I don't think that. I've always felt like our Delaware officials have been a little quick to tee up people on plays like that in the past, so I'm glad, nice to see them not.
Ball's turned over. Here comes Metheng and the Jaguars, and he dribbles right into a turnover. You gotta be aware at all times. That was Xavier Richards Powell from behind coming up with the tip away. This Howard defense, you can never be too comfortable. Always someone running at you.
Yep, it's always been their style of play. When I was coaching at Concord, and it's always their style of play. Come out, they attack you defensively.
Yes, they do. There's a pull-up. That's no good. Ball deflected away. It's going to go to Appo. The shot there by Jamal Johnson. Couldn't hit, number 4. First time for him, as well as Corey Herring, number 1 for Howard. Here's Harvey. The carrier. Matheng. Nothing doing, dribbles off his foot. Another unforced error there from the Jaguars. .105 to go here in the first quarter. DeShield's going to get the Wildcats set up. Here's Herring. Aiden Richards-Powell. I'm sorry, that's Xavier Richards-Powell and a turnover. Little miscommunication right there.
Yep.
Someone zigged when they should have zagged.
Yep, moving a little too fast there.
All right, under 50 seconds to go. The Jags only down 6, despite the struggles. Carrier, Scruggs defending him. There's inside to Matheng. Goes up strong, ball's deflected. Scruggs comes away with it. Barksdale with the tip. Matheng, that's a block. Oh, they're gonna call a charge. Call a charge. Nice job, DeShield sacrificing the body. That's a tough one for Matheng.
Yep.
That's his second personal.
That was a 50-50, Pat. I think they could have gone either way. Yeah, I think it was. That was tough. Tough call. Could have gone either way.
And now the Wildcats have a chance to hold for the last shot. Nicholas Besa into the game, number 11. He's a freshman. Getting some quarterfinal minutes. This is Herring to Besa. Hezzy back to Herring. He'll pull for 3. Back rim no good. Ball's loose. Griffith comes up with it. Up ahead, are they going to get the layup off? And they're not. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Good start for the Wildcats. They scored the first 9. However, they lead 11-5 in a low-scoring first quarter. Joe, what stood out to you?
Just, Appo's inability to feel comfortable at this point. The looks are there. The opportunities are there, but they're making unforced errors right now, and they're going to have to really scale back on those turnovers if they want to stay in this game.
30-second timeout. We'll be back with second quarter action right here on Delaware Live Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from...
And we're back here for the DIAA boys quarterfinal matchup between the Howard Wildcats and the Appoquinimink Jaguars. And started off like a quick first quarter there, but 11-5, low scoring after 1, Joe.
Yeah, not a whole lot of action except for that initial push by Howard.
Got an update over at Tower Hill. Salesianum leading 10-6 after 1 quarter of play over there. Thanks to Jason Winchell for getting us that score update. There's a travel to start the quarter off and another unforced turnover for the Jaguars.
If I'm Coach Purse, I'm telling them to put the ball in Caleb Raifa's hands all the time. I mean, he showed in that first quarter that he can handle it. And
in the lane is Scruggs. It's a block by Busby. A little bit of a flop. It's tough because it was a similar setup to what we saw on the other end of the floor, in which that was called a charge. So I understand where Busby's thinking.
I didn't see a whole lot of contact, probably because he flopped a little bit, but it could have been a no call. Could have gone either way.
5 team fouls for both Howard and Appo. So we'll be approaching 1-1 here soon. Good move by Besa off the dribble, and that's going to be a foul and 2 shots for the freshman. Going to get Raifa on the foul. Thanks once again, everybody tuning in. This is a good one here, folks. Winner will take on William Penn. And another Blue Hen match. The Blue Hen conference has done very well in this tournament. Basic goes 1 of 2. Offensive rebound for Scruggs. Oh, he can't finish. Busby the rebound. Howard has had some opportunities to expand this lead. Haven't quite been able to do so yet.
Yeah.
This is Harvey. I tell you what, look at that pressure from Howard. They get a little too antsy there, pick up the foul. 12-5 in this one. Back into the game for Appo is Elijah Brooks. They go back to Harvey. Grabs it, he'll bring it up.
That is a tough pass.
Busby for 3, got it. He's a 40% three-point shooter.
Yeah.
And he knocks down his first shot attempt of the game.
I was waiting for that. A couple times I thought he was going to pull it earlier in the first quarter, and he decided to not let it go. But
Aiden Richards-Powell looking for the answer, can't do it. Rebound to Harvey. And he looks to push. He's going to go right down the lane. Look, oh, not ready for the pass there. Was Brooks out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Jaguars. What a potential opportunity there. Couldn't quite corral that pass. Busby, good find to Brooks. He loses it going up. Base, the freshman has it. And he turns it over. It's coming to us, Joe. No look. Gave him the no look pass there. I don't think he was ready for it.
I wasn't moving on that one, Pat. Unless it's a player coming.
They're getting a laugh. Little do the fans know that, once upon a time, man, we could do a few things out there, man.
Patty was
not
on
much.
Some good St. E's teams back in the day.
Yeah, we were good, but don't look up any of the box scores. You won't be impressed. That ball's turned over. DeShields to Richards. Powell, he missed the dunk. DeShields with the putbacks up and in. 2 points is 2 points, right, Joe?
Yeah. Howard's killing the offensive glass. They're doing such a great job following the ball.
Raifo on the drive, no good. Carrier's fouled on the putback.
Speaking of offensive glass, good attack there by Carrier.
With good activity there, following up the shot. That's Carrier's able to do that. He's got some length, leaping ability. The lefty at the line for 2. First free throw's up and in. Aiden Richards-Powell will check back in for the Wildcats. First time here for Kameen Rollins, number 0 for Appo. Carrier goes 1 of 2. Shields the board, and he's fouled. And it's going to be 1-1 now for both teams the remainder of the half. We'll have free throws every whistle. Shields kind of holding his hand.
Yeah.
He's at the line for 2. First free throws up and in. Can't go. 1 of 2. Busby the rebound. Gotta look to dribble. There he goes. Oh, dangerous in between the chest and bounce pass. Turnover. Howard does that. That's what their pressure does,
Yeah,
Joe.
yeah.
Aiden Richards-Powell. In the lane, did he walk? And they're going to call him for steps there. Nice idea.
Yeah.
Just couldn't quite get the footwork quite correct.
Yeah, kind of got stuck there in between.
Barksdale will bring this one up for the Jags. It's only a 6-point game. And what's been low scoring, Barksdale fights through his own turnover. Nice find down low. That ball may have been
Good
partially blocked.
Yeah, it was.
But Carrier
Yeah.
with the putback. Jags getting some second half putback opportunities. The Shields handling. 15-11, and honestly, with the way that this pace has been, the score, this is benefit to the Jaguars.
Absolutely.
Baseline jump shot, no good. Ball deflected up in the air. Aiden Richards-Powell gets the rebound. And a timeout here by Coach Matthews, sensing he doesn't like what he's seeing from his team, wants to talk things over. It's a 60-second timeout. We'll stay right here, Joe, and 15-11 through a quarter and a half about. Like I said, this is right up Appo's alley, keeping the score down low.
Yeah. You know, most of these points by Howard have been off offensive rebounds or just kind of playing one-on-one basketball. You know, dribble penetration, dribble kick, and the shots aren't falling. So the scoring is definitely slowed down quite a bit for Howard. And Appo right now is just going to have to try to find a way to run an offense. Their guards are struggling with this Howard pressure, and the pressure is high. The pressure is up outside the three-point line. And most teams do not play that type of pressure. So if you're didn't practice for it, it's something new.
About to come out of a timeout here. 15-11. It's going to be Wildcat ball. Into the game for Howard, Robert Kelly, the junior guard, number 20. First time seeing him, as well as number 12, Bryson Lane, another one of the freshmen here for Howard. Had a few ninth graders step in. They have a few more on the bench as well. So future's bright again for the Wildcats. That ball's knocked away from behind. It'll stay here. The Shields to throw it in.
He's looking for Kelly there. I'm not sure Kelly knew the ball was coming though.
Good look for DeShields out of bounds. He floats it up, no good. Barksdale the rebound, good strong possession. Now down the lane, nearly loses it, goes back to Busby, pump fake, good look inside. Oh, no good on the layup from Carrier.
Carrier kind of thought about dribbling, changed his mind, kind of rushed the shot a little bit.
It's a golden opportunity there.
Yeah.
It's a nice find by Busby.
Yep.
DeShields. Aiden Richards-Powell, he'll pull from three and he'll knock it down. Big hit for Aiden Richards-Powell. 18-11 now the score. Howard on top, no time wasted. Busby looking to answer, he's short. DeShields bringing it up for the Wildcats. He was looking for a cutter, didn't get it. Three ball, back rim, no good. Up over the backboard, it'll be out of bounds. I think that was Lane. Or I'm sorry, that was Kelly on the three. Pressure coming here from Howard. Walking the ball up is the Jaguars, Barksdale. They're running an extra defender at him. Busby looking to go cross court. They skip it. Three ball,
That's a good
no
shot.
good. Busby rebound, put back, no
yeah.
good.
Good try.
Another opportunity there, Appo can't finish. How about this from the Wildcats? Run some half-court sets here. Look at that, nice hezzy. Kick out, Richards-Powell on a drive. Good ball movement here from Howard down the lane. They're gonna call an offensive foul, I believe, here. On the offhand from the freshman Bryson Lane. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. 18-11, dangerous pass here. Here's Harvey's gonna try and get it across the half court. He's gotta get going. In the lane, nothing doing. Ball's deflected out of bounds. And again, he may be getting a little too quick. Got in the lane and really no plan there.
Yeah. Yeah, the previous offensive possession for the Jaguars was a solid one. It was a three, but it was a calm, made some passes. That's what they need to do more of. They're going to stay with the Wildcats here.
Aiden Richards-Powell looking for another three. That's back rim, no good. Barksdale, good box out.
Good box out, yep.
Harvey to Busby. Busby into the lane, spinning. How much there? Kick out. Harvey pull up, jump shots up and in. Nice time, nice mid-range jump shot there for Harvey. Cut the lead back down to 5. Good game here in the first half of the DIAA boys basketball quarterfinal. That's back rim, no good. From DeShields, Busby the rebound. Harvey probing the lane. He'll pull up again from the mid-range. That one no good. A little heat check. Lane up to DeShields. And Howard's going to set their half court. Oh, try to force that one in there. Kind of tipped where he was going.
I love the head shake. He's trying to tell his teammate to get there. Teammate didn't get there.
Oh,
but he made
knocked
the
away.
pass
Kelly
anyway.
with the quick hands. Left-hand layup. Can't hit. Lane the rebound. Put back. Oh, he missed that. Ball's deflected out of bounds. It'll go to the Jags. Wow. 2 great opportunities there for Howard, and they can't finish in transition. Matthews and Scruggs will check back in. Minute 27 to go. See if Appo could take advantage of that, Joe.
Yeah, with a couple substitutions here by Appo. Good
Nice.
pass.
Brooks
And foul.
up. Oh, that's Griffith. I'm sorry. Can't hit. He'll go to the line for
Almost,
2.
Yeah.
That's
He
a
was
nice
like,
look.
get that ball down. Ball was around top of the rim there. He's pushing it down with his hand.
It's looking like my colleague here, Joe Singles, back in the day. Basketball phenom, from what I've been told. Back rim, no good.
Didn't spend too much time down there in that paint, Pat.
Yeah, you and I both. Yeah, we're 2 short kings here. That's not our area of
No.
expertise for sure.
No. Although, 1 year's he misses the first free throw, makes the second. I won summer league game up at LaSalle University when I was an 8th grader playing against high school kids, and I had 6 rebounds. That was my claim to fame.
It's a good day for you.
that whole week. Yeah.
Here's Matthews. Good job on the footwork. He nearly walked, but he kept that pivot foot down. Here's DeShields into the lane. Good job using his body, and nice soft touch off the glass for 2. 20-14. Wildcats on top in what has been a slow-paced defensive battle. We saw that earlier in that Middletown-Sanford game. We're seeing it again here. Raif is fouled from the 3-point line, so he'll go to the line for 3. DeShields on the closeout. Must not have let him land.
Yeah, he kind of hit DeShields' momentum and follow through to try and get the block kind of went right into Caleb there and didn't give him any opportunity to come down. Return to the floor is part of the shot, so.
First shot is no good. Should be 2 more here. Yep, should be 2 more here. I think hits the second. Oh, they're called a violation, I think. They called a violation on that first free throw, Joe, so it'll be 2 more. How about that? You get the free one.
Yep.
And I think the crowd was not aware. They just missed the 3rd one,
Gets
but
his
a
own
put
rebound.
back, right? You can't hit it though.
Oh, that's a jump ball.
And there's
Called
a foul. And we'll walk the length for free throws. Foul's going to go on Rollins. Howard up 4 here. It'll be Aiden Richards-Powell, I believe, at the line, or no? It's going to be Xavier. No, it is Aiden. Aiden Richards-Powell at the line. Good first half from him. First free throw, short. Oh, it's a big miss. So here you go. Appo's got a chance to really close out strong in a half where they had a lot of unforced turnovers.
Yeah.
Still right in this game.
Yep.
Here's Barksdale. Crossover. He's into the lane. Nothing there. Kick it back up top. 5, 4. They're going to have to get busy. Raif in the lane. Pull up mid-range. That's a tough shot. And oh boy, it crawls along the rim and falls. And the Jaguars with a strong close to the half. Trailed by 2, 20-18 after 2 quarters.
Yeah. That was, he knew what he wanted to do there. And he wasn't taking no for an answer. And he let it fly. Got the roll.
And a tough contested Blue Hen matchup here in the quarterfinals. 20-18 is your score. We're going to take a commercial break. We come back. We should have a halftime score from Salesianum Tower Hill. And we'll look at what we saw here in the first half in this tightly contested game. Thanks once again for tuning in. This is the DIAA quarterfinals right here on Delaware Live Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Eggspectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
Barkley Heating and Air. Barclays can work on all brands specializing in air conditioners, gas, oil, and heat pumps. Family owned and operated with over 17 years of experience. Licensed, insured, and a multiple-year First State Favorites winner. Barkley Heating and Air offers 24-hour emergency service with service plans available. Customer satisfaction guaranteed. Call 302-653-5971 for a free estimate today. John and Ginger Barkley are looking forward to serving the community. Find them on the web at barkleyheatingandair.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway, Blue Coast features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple food that highlights the flavors of Southern Delaware. With chef-inspired daily specials, an award-winning wine list, and an extensive list of craft cocktails and local beer, Blue Coast is the perfect spot for a night out. Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round for lunch and dinner. See you soon.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. we just clicked like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
But have you tried Premier?
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon.
How you doing? My name's Mike Cassidy. I'm the founder and president of Cassidy Painting. I started back in 1984, incorporated in 1986. I never had the word no in my vocabulary. If someone called me to do a job, I always said yes. Whether it was a struggle, whether it was 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, it didn't matter. And with that philosophy, we were able to grow to the size we are. We employ close to 80 individuals.
We really enjoy being in the family business. I look forward to coming to work every day, and it's so nice to work with the people that we work with in the office. We've really become a family with them. We really create a family experience around here.
And Cassidy Painting is a very diversified company. We don't say no to anything. We deal with everything from epoxy floors to painting buildings to spray foam insulation, spray fireproofing. If it deals with a coating, we can handle it. So when our customers call and they're under the gun and they know the need to get a job done, they know who to call because we perform. We've always been performed. We've never been replaced out of 37 years of business. For any of your painting needs, we can handle it.
I'm Chef Hari Cameron. At Grandpa Mac, pasta's our thing. We serve quality food fast that's not fast food. We make everything in-house and serve something for everyone. We're open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Follow the noodle to Grandpa Mac.
Back here, folks, at Howard High School of Technology for a DIAA quarterfinal basketball matchup between the Howard Wildcats and the Appoquinimink Jaguars. 20-18, Howard on top after one half of play, and Joe Singles, Howard got out early to a nice 9-point lead at one point there in the first half, but the Jaguars closing the half strong, find themselves only down 2 in a low-scoring game.
Yep, it's always a combination of things, right? You get Howard, who came out hot early, and then they went cold. They got shots. They weren't really able to knock it down except for a 3 here and there. So Howard's going to have to find a place to generate some offense, and then on the other side, Appo's still, trying to look to find themselves, offensively. Defensively, they're doing okay. They're making good decisions defensively. I would like to see, Riley Busby, pull that jumper, release that ball when he touches it a little bit more. And, big guys underneath have to hold the basketball when they're getting fed under there, because like you called out, Pat, there have been a number of great interior passes during this game.
That is true. Marcus Johnson, a guy who's had a good start to this game for the Wildcats, got himself in early foul trouble. We'll see if he comes out and plays in the second half. He was kind of to start the game off, unsung hero down low for the Wildcats, giving somebody strong finishing at the rim.
Yeah, no, right you are, Pat. And, as we know, his brother is a tremendous athlete, or is a tremendous athlete, and he's definitely a tremendous athlete.
At the half over at Tower Hill, Salesianum leads 25-21 at the break of that one. The winner of that game will move on to take on Middletown. So some great games going around the state today. Obviously, we saw an upset earlier today. William Penn, the Colonials, pulling off a victory down at Seaford, 71-61.
Yeah, and that game was close up until
coming down the stretch. It was
last stretch. It was a 2-point game.
Back and forth they
went.
went.
Yeah, a couple minutes left, and
Jaden Sample had 23 points in that game. For the Colonials, Jay and Guy had 25. Those two led the way.
Tough shot there by Richards' pal.
See what the Jaguars do here. Unforced turnover, unforced errors kind of plagued the Jaguars in the first half. Let's see if they can eliminate them. Here's a three-pointer, no good. Rebound fought for. Matthews comes up with it. How did he come up with that amongst two Jaguars? Nice work. Here's DeShields. He's got Busby defending him. Goes into the lane, tries to power through. Oh, nice strength to put that one up and in through contact. 22-18. Busby's, that's a bump. And here's the foul there. They get
make up for it.
Xavier Richards' pal on that one. Yeah, I mean, he bumped him out here for sure.
Yeah.
Busby will throw it in. Chatted it up briefly with his dad, John, at halftime. Shout out, he told us the family members are watching online. Shout out to you folks, the Busby family. Thanks for tuning in.
Good hedge.
The defense has been good from both teams. Oh, Raifa just went into amongst the trees, nothing doing there. Tall task. And that ball, look at Busby coming up with the steal.
Tough pass.
Busby, the sophomore, you can see the confidence really starting to grow from him. Here's Barksdale on a drive. Oh, he can't finish. That's a tough one. Got to finish those ones off, Joe.
Yep.
Matthews with it. Johnson is back in. Matthews with the kick out. This is three ball, no good there from Xavier Richards' pal. Under 6 minutes to go. Here in the third quarter. Jags trying to slow this game down. Here's Busby. Raifa pull up, and he hits the mid-range. That's the second mid-range jump shot we've seen him hit.
Yeah, he's looking to attack every time he catches the ball.
Sophomore, he's another one. And him and Busby both have gained confidence as this season has gone on as youngsters. There's R.J. Matthews. DeShields pull up. Couldn't hit. Johnson over the back. That's his third.
Yeah.
That's his third foul there. And that's going to force Scruggs back into the game, and Herring will check in as well. He'll grab DeShields. 22-20. Jaguars right there hanging around with the third-seeded Howard Wildcats. Harvey. Nothing doing. Oh, dangerous pass cross court. This is Raifa. He's into the lane. Oh, wow, left-hand layup can't finish. That's a tough layup attempt there.
Got to get it off the glass there.
Oh, and Matthews thought about, it was kind of like he committed to the backdoor cut before it even developed being open. And Harvey with the layup, and we're tied up at 22.
Yep, good decision by Harvey.
He attacked the defense right there. Appo faithful getting loud over here.
Yep.
Cross-court pass, dangerous. Xavier gets it to Aiden. Back to Xavier Richards-Powell. And a reset here for Howard. We're tied up at 22. Here's Herring. Hezzy, pull up. Knocks down the three. It's a big hit. Chris Herring puts it up and in. Aifa down the lane, floating, can't hit. Busby to rebound, kick out. Barksdale, pump fake to Busby. Mid-range jump shot, no good. Barksdale to rebound. He's fouled and he'll go to the line for two. Good work by Barksdale.
Yeah, tremendous work by him. He's quick, jumps well, but more, he just refused to take no for an answer there. Kept at it.
And he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. And he averaged 14 a game during the regular season. First free throws up and good.
Yeah, and he's fairly quiet so far this game, so maybe this gets him going a little bit.
Jesse DeShields back in, as well as Jamal Johnson. Barksdale 2 for 2. Halfway through the third quarter, this game has tightened up in a low-scoring affair, 25-24. DeShields, baseline drive, floating, is bumped and will go to the line.
He attacks. I like his game. He's strong for his size, and he looks to attack, looks to penetrate those gaps and get in that zone.
I've long liked him. I started to see it last year. As only a sophomore, he was poised on that Howard team. Had some senior leadership. And he was a guy who came off the bench last year and really helped out.
Yeah.
Only a junior. It's both the free throws. Jameer DeShields. And I like his defense. He locks down.
Yeah, he plays hard.
That ball's deflected. It's DeShields on a deflection, then he dives and comes up with the turnover. Now he's looking to attack. Kick out Herring for 3. Got it!
That's big, man.
Lead pushed out to 6.
That's big for, Corey Herring knocking down 2 threes in a row. It looks good as soon as it leaves his hands.
And there's another turnover. And there's a foul on Raifa. And the Howard faithful answering back. He said to Corey Herring off the bench, he's hit 2 big threes in this one. And Howard with a 6-point lead now. And that feels like a 12-point lead with the way this game has gone. And Coach Purse wants to talk it over.
Yeah, Herring, he just looks comfortable. As soon as the ball leaves his hands, it looks like it's going in.
These big somebody's had to step up and knock down some shots in this game. There was no way both teams were going to continue to struggle the way that they were. And he comes up and hits 2 big threes. And now it's a 30-24 game. With 3:09 to go here in the third quarter. What a fun game this has been.
So both semis, Pat, will be once again at the Bob Carpenter Center. Thursday evening, I believe. 6:30 and then 8:10 start, which is a little earlier in the evening than the 8:30 start, which it typically is in that second of the semifinal matchups with the boys.
So it's a goal for every high school basketball player when they start their careers and they start their seasons off. It's Bob or bust. Get to the Bob Carpenter Center. And, you know, now it's a little bit tougher for these athletes. They got to wait until they got to make a semifinal run as opposed to this round used to be played at the Bob Carpenter Center. Obviously, there's some reasons as to why that's not the case
like
anymore.
Scheduling or different things going on.
Scheduling. I mean, I know there's a couple other things that go on too in terms of, you know, finances and everything else.
Yeah.
Which are legit. Those are legit reasons. Here we go. Under 3 minutes to go.
Oh my goodness.
Aiden Richards-Powell, 3, no good.
Deep 3.
Xavier Richards-Powell saves it. It'll stay here. And an ankle. It looked like Aiden when he landed.
Yeah, I couldn't tell how he landed, but
he's frustrated there. And the ankle. He's as frustrated because he felt like the defender was underneath him.
Yep.
It'll stay here with Howard. Carrier set to check in. He'll come in. He's going to grab Busby. Herring gets this one in. Go back to Herring. Why not? Why not? He's short on that one. Mathang, that's a kickball. It'll go to Appo. But hey, get the hot hand the ball. See if he can knock one down.
Yep.
Matthews is set to check back in. He'll grab Aiden Richards-Powell. He'll probably get that ankle looked at just to make sure. Comes Harvey. Appo, better job here in the third quarter with the unforced turnovers. Nice look to Griffith. Good pump fake. Nice block. Johnson comes over and gets it. It looks like we're going to get a foul on Griffith there.
Yep. Good timing on that block there.
Great timing. Under 2.5 to go. 6-point lead for Howard and the ball. Matthews. Johnson thought about it, nothing doing. Here's Matthews. Xavier Richards-Powell. He'll pull up from the mid-range. Again on the closeout, it's strong. There's a foul. They're going to get Carrier for sure.
Yeah, got him with the body.
Johnson will go to the line for foul shots. And Richards-Powell, another. I mean, this time it was Xavier. His closeouts are getting kind of close. They got, you know, Appo's got to be careful on these closeouts. There could be a foul coming here if they keep it up.
Yeah, they're going to have to watch, you know, under control play
on the land. You got to let them play in.
Yeah.
First free throw's up, but good. Johnson turns to a heckler. That's the best way to hush him, Joe. You knock him down. Here's 1 of 2. And look at the Shields, the rebound. It'll stay here on the deflection.
And that's been one of the themes so far as we get down to towards the end of the third quarter is that Appo's inability to box out. Keep the Wildcats off the offensive glass.
There's Herring. Goes to the Shields. Backdoor cut. Johnson looking to go up. Good defense that time by Carrier. And he's picked. Matthews with the steal and an easy layup. Nice work by R.J. Matthews in transition. Howard's opened up a 9-point lead. Here's Matheng. There's back up top. Griffith down the lane with the floater. He's short. Ball's knocked away. Herring comes up with it. Great job right there by Xavier Richards-Powell to loose that ball up. And there's a stoppage. Xavier looks like the wrist is painful.
Right wrist that's taped over there already.
And there's a timeout here by Howard. Leading by 9. They're starting to assert themselves a little bit here, Joe. What's been the difference for them?
Just the energy level by Howard has not let up, whereas Appo energy levels kind of comes and goes, kind of comes in waves, and rebounding. You know, as anybody who watches basketball knows, you know, rebounding in particular, it's energy. You know, you got to want it. You got to be hungry, and Howard definitely has been attacking the offensive and defensive glass all afternoon here, and it's starting to wear on those Jaguars.
score update over at Tower Hill. 41-32 after 3 quarters of play, so Lazy Animal on top. Again, the winner of that game will take on the Cavaliers of Middletown at the Bob Carpenter Center. The winner of this game will take on William Penn, as they pulled off the first upset of this year's tournament. 71-61 over Seaford. Here's Howard out of the break. R.J. Matthews handling. Barksdale defending him. Here's Herring. He's had 2 big threes here in his 3rd quarter. Matthews into the lane, spinning. And he's fouled and will go to the line for 2. Nice footwork right there from R.J. Matthews.
Yeah. Yeah, he got his, took his defender all the way down deep, had a little bit of a size advantage, and was smart.
And RJ's been quiet. He's a guy's, like we talked about in the pregame, averages just under 13 points a game. He's been quiet in this one, but he's kept his poise. He hasn't played frustrated by any means. It's just let the game come to him. First foul shot, back rim, no good.
Foul through, young man.
Matthews gets himself settled and converts the second one. So largest lead of the day, I believe, here for Howard, or approaching.
Yeah.
I think they may have led by 11 at one point.
Yeah.
But it's approaching there. Appo has not been able to keep up. Here's Johnson defending Busby. Busby on the step back, nothing there. Kick over to Griffith. Good defense here from the Wildcats. Griffith into the lane, knifing through and finishing. Nice work there from Dylan Griffith. Sophomore puts it up and in. Here's DeShields. Good move into the lane, floating and hitting. Jameer DeShields puts it up and in with the answer. Busby. Griffith thought about a 3. At this point, oh, they're going to call a walk. Yep, got a little unsure on what to do and picked that foot up.
Yeah. And part of that, too, when we saw this pad at the beginning is, you know, in that particular play,
oh, there's almost a turnover. Jeez, they nearly get it to DeShields. Oh, he's going to pull from 3, short.
Your teammates got to come to the basketball.
Johnson pull up, he's fouled. Oh, that's not a good foul there from Appo, Joe.
No.
And it'll put Johnson at the line for 2 foul shots. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, you know, you get the offensive rebound, and then you foul somebody who's taking kind of a off-balance shot away from the basket.
First free throw is up and good. Heck of a job here by Howard in the 3rd quarter. They've kind of scored at what their typical pace is here in this 3rd quarter. It was a 20 to 18 game at halftime. Busby, that's going to count if it goes. It's long. And it's a 38-26 game here after 3. Howard puts up 18 here in the 3rd quarter, Joe. And a couple of threes by Herring off the bench really seemed to get them going about midway through the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the energy by DeShields, not just the energy, but his ability to find the basket, find open lanes to the basket, and finish through traffic.
38-26 after 3. We'll be back with 4th quarter action after this.
Things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home. The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Opportunity to go play basketball at the Bob Carpenter Center for the DIAA boys semifinals and take on William Penn Colonials is on the line here as we enter the fourth quarter of play here at Howard. 38-26, Wildcats on top in this quarterfinal game. Joe Singles, Pat Gariantes with you. Howard was able to get themselves back in the rhythm in that third quarter, an 18-point outburst after only scoring 20 in the first half. That's a tough shot. That's no good. And now Howard's in no particular hurry, as they shouldn't be, Joe.
Yeah. Now they're going to continue like they did these first couple, seconds in the shot clock, in their offensive possession, as they did in the third quarter, and it served them well by being a little bit more patient.
Lane down the lane. He's
Tough
blocked
shot,
by
tough
Barksdale.
shot, little force. But anyway, they did a good job in the third quarter of making some passes around the perimeter, being a little bit more patient, not looking to attack right away.
Ellis will throw this one in. That one's taken away, and then a foul. And that'll be the fourth team foul on Howard. That turnover will get the ball back to the Jags. And, Appo's played good defense. Really what it comes down to is the Jaguars going to figure something out offensively.
Yep.
They're going to need to. Here's Busby. Double comes to him. Nice job knifing the lane. It's
Tough
no
shot,
good.
yeah.
Metheng putback is up and in. That was Rollins on the drive. Metheng with the putback. 10-point game. Xavier Richards, foul. Kick out. Good defense here by Rollins. Kelly handling. Goes over the lane. And there's a foul. Barksdale, that's going to be 1-1. 1-1 for the freshman. I keep looking at the wrong number, man. Bryson Lane. It's unbelievable, Joe.
If I'm Appo, I gotta get Riley Busby involved more. You need to make up some points here. His first
Can't hit Johnson, the rebound. And is that another foul?
Yeah,
out of bounds.
Hit out of bounds, but
wholesale changes.
Like to see Riley Busby get a few more looks at the basket and let it fly.
Starting 5 for the Wildcats, all back into the game now. There's Marcus Johnson to Matthews. Aiden Richards foul on a drive. He's fouled and he'll go to the line for 2. And now, this is right where the Wildcats want to be. They are at a point where they can be aggressive going to the lane and get themselves to the foul line, either on the shot or even on the drive.
Yeah, and if you're Apple on the other side, Coach Purse probably had it right at the beginning of the game, starting out in that zone. But now you can't leave this man-to-man. If the game was closer, I'd switch back to a zone for a while, but now you're down 10 with 6:20 to go in the game, and you really got to stay man.
It's difficult. It just hasn't been their day offensively.
Yeah.
They haven't been able to hit. And Richards' foul misses both free. That helps. And how about that? Matthews with the steal.
Just took it right out of his hands, yeah.
Johnson, that's an offensive. That's his 4th. Young man today, he just can't. He gets right back on the floor.
Can't
he gets
catch a
another
break.
foul.
Yeah, can't catch a break.
We'll probably leave him in here. Let him finish it out. Try and get in some kind of a rhythm. And that ball's knocked away by DeShields. Xavier Richards' pal lays it up and in. Kind of got stuck on the 11th floor, but hey, 2 points is 2 points.
Yep.
On a drive and a foul as Harvey spills to the deck. 6th team foul on Howard. Here's Busby to throw it in. Gets it into Barksdale. Barksdale on a drive. Kick out. It's an open 3 for Rollins, and he hits it. They needed that, and there's a timeout by Coach Purse. He should have 2 left after this one, but how about that? An outside shot finally falls.
Yeah, good dribble penetration and a kick out. Kick out there. They had 2 shooters set. First one was open.
That could be the key right there. I mean, Barksdale, some of these other guards probing the lane and then kicking it out, and then it comes down to the shooters knocking it down. Yep. Barksdale's a 40% shooter. Busby's a 40% shooter from deep.
Yeah.
Rollins just hits that one. So we'll see.
Yeah, and if I'm Coach Purse, I'm saying we got to find them. If you have a layup, you take it. But if you're in there in traffic, you got to find the open shooter and let them fly, because you're still down 9. There's a lot of game left, but as we've seen, Howard's not going to just let you do it, and Howard is typically getting, 2 possessions to 1 because of their offensive rebounds.
Ball's inbounded. Here's DeShields, and if you're Howard again, you can really work some clock here with a 9-point lead, and just limit possessions at this point. DeShields on the drive. They do not take my advice. Layup no good. Rebound to the Jaguars. Matthews again pilfering it, nearly saving it out of bounds. It'll go back to Appo, but that's the second time Matthews has made some really nice plays.
Yeah.
45-36 update over there at Tower Hill. Sally's on top. About 3 minutes to play in that one. Sal's trying to hold on, avenge that state championship loss last year to Tower Hill, and move themselves into the semifinals. If you could consider it, it would technically be an upset, a 5 seed over a 4 seed. Here's Barksdale for 3, and that one rolls in. So 2 threes from Appo get this game within 6. Here's DeShields. Rollins defending him.
Yeah, Rollins, strong, fast.
Yes.
Good idea to put him on.
Oh, look at the hands by Harvey.
On the
Here
Shields.
come the Jaguars. Harvey to Barksdale, pump fake. He's blocked, shrugs with the block.
What a block.
What a job to stay on his feet.
Big. Yeah.
DeShields over to Matthews. Matthews driving, hanging, can't hit. Ball knocked away, goes right to Jameer DeShields. Up to Scruggs, and again, the Wildcats would be smart to take some time here. Scruggs for 3, and that one goes in. It's a big answer.
Yep.
And Xavier Richards' pal is in some pain, limping right now. It's technically 5-on-4. That ball was kicked. They don't call it. Harvey is fouled on the shot, and he'll go to the line for 2. Back and forth we go here. Harvey at the line. First free throw, up and good. Scoring pace picked up a little bit, Joe.
Yeah, right as we kind of thought it would, right in the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
This game was 20-18 at halftime. Free throw up and good. 7-point game. Pressure coming. Oh, nearly a steal. And Rollins has been good. DeShields down the lane, finds Scruggs. Can't hit. Again,
Almost got his own.
and it's out of bounds, going to go to Appo. Again, perhaps too early of a shot. I get that it's a layup, but again, you want to shorten this game up as momentum is starting to shift a little bit.
Yeah, and you know, Pat, we've seen this a lot this year throughout the state. You know, teams maybe not being quite as aware.
Rollins bumped.
Tough shot.
Wow.
Man. Moving away like that is a tough shot.
Matheng's going to get a foul.
But
Yep, and
teams,
that's one-on-one.
teams not being quite as aware of the of situations that occur across the four quarters, and you know, being smart. I've seen a couple high school games this year where teams have been up 10, 11 points, about 2 minutes to go, and have ended up losing or going to overtime and losing. So it's gotta be smart.
Basketball IQ. I mean, it's important, and I know that the game has shifted. I know that the style of play has kind of shifted with, you know, and I played in it, AAU basketball and everything else, and I don't want to sound like a boomer here on that front, but time and score is something that I don't think, and there's a missed free throw and an offensive rebound.
Another offensive rebound, yeah.
But time and score is something that needs to be looked at and needs to be taken in consideration. Howard's got a 7-point lead with 3 minutes to go, and they got the free throw. They could go. It's 2 shots the rest of the way.
Yep.
It should be probing in and out, and those are the only looks they should be getting. They're easy layups like that.
Yep.
Up and in, lead to 9, timeout. I believe Appo called that, right? Anyway, it's a 60-second timeout, Joe, but 45-36, and I mean, honestly, I think that should be the case. Just take the air out of the ball. I'm not saying don't shoot.
Yeah.
But it should be no contested shots at this point.
Yep, absolutely.
There's no shot clock, and I'm a proponent of having the shot clock.
Yeah.
But until it's here, take advantage of the fact that there isn't one.
Yeah, and like you said, except for a layup like that, uncontested layup like we just saw, you make them foul you.
Taking a look here to see if we can get another score. 45-36, Joe. I mean, what do you want to see here from Appo? It's now 45-41. Sally's on top. Minute 32 to go.
You know,
over there.
Yeah, Appo. I really haven't seen them. I don't know if I've seen them set one screen the whole game, ball screen, or just to get a teammate open. And so you know you're going to have to dribble, penetrate, and kick. You know, and hope Barksdale and Busby knock down some of these long distance shots, because that's the only way, you know, you're going to be able to get back into this game with 3:11 left.
Yeah. You got trade buckets here at this point. 3s for 2s, 3s for 1s. Or quick. You can get quick baskets into the lane and take it. Here's Harvey. Raifa for 3. That's long. And it hits the wire. That's bad luck. Now the Jags are going to have to get a pressure going. Again, once again, Howard in control of this game can turn this into a free throw shooting contest. They can get themselves to the line right now. You got to break the press.
Yep.
And then pull it back out once you get across half court. Oh, turnover. That's a poor pass. And a foul by Matthews is going to put Harvey at the line.
And they called it intentional.
And they are.
Yep. He just grabbed his arm. It's probably a good call. I don't know if you were able to catch that, Pat, but he fouled him by going for the ball, and then when the ref didn't call it, he grabbed his wrist from behind. And that's, you know.
You can't. Down the stretch, gotta execute. First free throw's up and good. Two for 2. And those are huge. And now because of the intentional, Appo gets. Well, now they'll be 1-1 if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, you're correct.
No, it's not. No, it's not, because it's an intentional foul. He got 2 shots instead of the 1-1.
Okay.
So it'll be Appo ball. Busby to throw it in. 7-point game. This could be a huge swing right here if Appo's able to convert. Aifa to Mathang. He's up, he's fouled, and one. How about that? There was a reach. And if you're going to foul, you got to foul. You can't do these little half reach-ins like that.
Yeah. And Mathang has struggled today, so that was big time.
45-43 Salesianum. 7 seconds left. Tower Hill with the ball. Oh boy, hold on over there. A landing is incoming. Mathang can't hit the free throw. Ball's loose. Oh, they're going to call Busby over the back. It took an extra bounce on the rim, and it was a mistimed jump, but they're going to call an over the back, and it's going to be 2 shots for Johnson.
Yep.
Tough one on Busby.
Didn't see a whole lot there, but
45-43. How about that? What about the Hillers coming back?
Yeah.
Trying to make a game of it over there. Johnson hits the first. Big hit right there. Second free throw is up and good. And substitutions here. .230 to go. Appo trailing now by 7. They got to get moving here.
Yeah, they were big. That was big free throws right there for sure.
Here's Barksdale crossing over. Aifa on the baseline drive. He stepped out of bounds. Yes, he did. He's going to give the ball back to Howard. And again, 7-point lead. Now 2:18 to go. You break this pressure down, and essentially, you don't have to shoot the ball until you get fouled.
No. Now we'll see what they can see if Appo can come up with something here.
And this is smart.
Matthews, smart, yeah.
Yep. Back to the Shields. Yeah, work some clock here. Shields kick out. Scruggs pulling it back up top. This is smart. Back to the Shields. There's the foul by Busby. Good work. Now you're at the line for 2. Well done there by the Wildcat offense. Recognizing time and score.
Yep.
The Shields will get to the line. He's been good from the free throw line today. I believe he's 3 for 4. First free throw, and I jinxed him. Sorry about that one, Jameer. Trying to leave the door open. Free throws up and in. 8-point lead for Howard. Appo wasting no time. Barksdale. Can't hit. Mathang the pullback, and he's fouled and will go to the line. That's a tough one. The block was all ball, but there was body contact.
Yeah.
They forced Mathang off of his
and
spot.
Honestly, Appo's going to have to earn these 2, Pat, but I thought they could have called basket interference on that one. Richards' pal hit the net really hard when he went up, and it definitely shook the rim.
First free throw is up and good. There you go. You got a chance to chip into the lead with 2 made free throws after the Shields missed one down on the other end. Oh, violation. That shouldn't count, and it won't. Barksdale stepped over. Can't hurt yourself like that. Pressure coming. Howard gets this one in. Aiden Richards' foul handling. He loses it nearly. Barksdale comes up with it and a foul. He'll go to the line for 2. And you saw Aiden Richards' foul. And again, earlier in the game, the ankle, he didn't really have an explosion there. And Barksdale just got right up underneath him and took it from him.
Yeah, just a little too nonchalant. You know, he's trying to work the clock. To work the clock, but.
And Barksdale gets the roll on the first free throw. So we got a final over at Tower Hill. The Hillers trailed by 2 with 7 seconds left with the ball. and were unable to get a basket. So Salesiana moves on to the semifinals with a 45-43 victory to take on Middletown. So this is the last game left. DeShields goes deep, and that ball stripped. Who was it off of? And it's going to Appo. Wow, great defense there by the Jags.
Yeah.
And DeShields had it stripped from him, and it goes off of his leg. There's a great pass by Matthews, who is the quarterback on the football team.
Yeah.
They hit DeShields in stride, but good defense. Oh, that was Barksdale that got down there.
It looked like a done deal. Looked like a layup.
And now it's a 5-point game. 90 seconds to go. Harvey handling. Goes over to Barksdale. This is the guy you want the ball in the hands of if you're the Jags. Barksdale for three. Yes! 2-point game, minute 16 to go. Appo trying to come back in this one.
Timeout,
Big time
Appo.
three.
Yep. We've been waiting for him. You know, first half he was super quiet, but he made his presence felt this second half for sure.
Oh, he got the violation, which took a point off the board. Then he comes up with the big steal, 2 free throws, the deflection down there to get the ball back for his team, and now he hits a big-time three. What
Called
a game.
Responding.
Absolutely.
Called responding to a mistake that you made and bouncing back.
Absolutely. 48-46. The Appo Jaguars within 2. And Appo chanting the school's name right here at Howard. Fun atmosphere here in Wilmington. And now the PA announcer trying to get the Howard faithful to return their chant back. 48-46. Who's going to take this one? Jaguars have fought all the way back in this game. They trailed by as many as 12 here in the second half. Wildcats have had some missed free throws, have had some turnovers, and some missed shots. Down the stretch, they find themselves up 2. And now pressure from the Jags. They get it into DeShields and clear it out. Jameer DeShields across half court. He's going to try and force it. He's fouled. And again, he was kind of forcing the issue.
Yeah.
He's lucky. Minute 9 to go. Coach Matthews is urging for like a technical. I don't think there's anything bad there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's
And again, hey,
upset about, but
I mean, Howard still is in control of this game. Make your free throws, you win it.
Yep.
They've missed a couple of these. DeShields at the line. First shot's up and in. 49-46. Minute 9 to go. Plenty of time, especially with the foul situation being what it is. You can extend this game out. And he misses it. The putback, no good, but a foul. They called a foul on the putback by Aiden Richards-Powell.
No box out. He just went right around him, Pat. Just stepped around to the outside. And
it's great work. I thought the putback was going to be good.
Yeah.
But he was pushed on the way up, and now he's got 2 shots.
Yep.
First free throw up and in. 2-possession game. One for 2. Ball's loose. Busby comes up with it. It's a 4-point game. Howard misses some free throws down here. And Harvey lost it. Xavier Richards-Powell stepped through, layup up and in. What an answer by Howard. And this lead was cut down to 2. They've responded with 4 in a row, and another steal. DeShields, you'd be smart to pull this out. There's a foul. 44.7 to go. It's going to put Howard at the line for 2 free throws.
Didn't see. I couldn't see what happened there, but
what an answer by the Wildcats.
yeah, that's the third or fourth time Harvey's had his pocket picked, coming down the, coming down and led to an easy layup, and
DeShields.
now we got free throws from somebody who knocks down free throws.
One foul shot here makes it a 3-possession game, which is big. Timeout situation is 1 left for Appoquinimink, 2 left for Howard. Just under 45 seconds left in this one. That one's big from DeShields. Moves it to a 3-possession game. He misses it. Ball's loose, rebound to Metheng. Another missed free throw, though. It's been a lot of them here. Barksdale on a drive. What a pass finding for Griffith. He can't handle it. DeShields comes up with it. He's fouled.
How did he not? Yeah, he got fouled, but wasn't called.
And Howard up 7, a chance to extend this lead out. What a job by them the last minute or so here. It was a 2-point game with 90 seconds left. And some steals, some layups.
And this, this last 2 minutes has been very indicative of the first quarter.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very similar to the first quarter where Howard's pressure defensively has just been too much for the Jaguars.
It's the first. Winner of this one takes on William Penn at the Bob Carpenter Center. Next week, I believe Thursday?
Thursday, yeah.
Free throws up and in, 9-point game. Howard does not need to foul. Pull up from Harvey, it's short, no good. Ball's deflected around. Griffith comes up with it. Kick out, Barksdale. He'll pull from 3, short. Metheng, put back is good and 1. That's not what you needed for Howard. That'll make it 55-48. Basket should count. Basket should count.
Yeah, both refs gave the baskets good.
And Appo needs a miracle now. He made a made free throw and then a miracle at this point. They do have a timeout left in their pocket. So that's one more time they could stop the clock. Yeah, that's no good. That hurts. Jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Howard. Timeout here by Coach Matthews. Smart one. He's still got one left. Draw something up here. Tell your team, hey, look, hey, we did our job. No need to do anything. No need to react to any kind of chippiness that could happen. All you got to do is get this ball in bounds, make the foul shots, and you move yourselves to the Bob Carpenter Center.
And we've called Jameer DeShields' name a lot today, and he's came up big with these free throws. I'm not sure he's missed a couple, but probably like 6 for 9 maybe, 7 for 10 today from the free throw line, which is definitely respectable, especially in the last couple minutes of the game when they're needed.
And Howard, for all intents and purposes, should win this one. So we're checking out here at the end of this Tower Hill game. It's a Dean Shepard shot is blocked, and a putback attempt is no good. And that's how that one ended. So they got that ball into to Dean Shepard. Apologies. Yeah. Dean Shepard on a drive, kicked out to Dillon. Dillon had a 3-point shot blocked. There was a second chance opportunity there for Tower Hill, and they were unable to convert. And that's how that one finished over at Tower Hill, Louisiana, moving on to play Middletown. Matthews, the quarterback. Oh, that's a perfect pass. You kidding me? Dunk is no good. Again, they didn't need that. Here's Rollins for 3. That's no good. Ball fought for. I got it again. 4.6 seconds to go. 55-48 to get it in. No foul, and Howard goes back to the bob. Howard goes back to the bob.
That was a great toss by Matthews there at the end. What a great, he said he's the quarterback, right? He's quarterback on the team.
Yeah.
That was a great toss.
A great pass, and the Wildcats win 55-48. They will take on William Penn. Joe, what a job by Howard down the stretch.
Yeah, they stuck with the game plan, and credit to them that they took time off the clock in that fourth quarter. They passed the ball around. They did an excellent job of taking time off the clock, running it down before they got a look at the basket. And, it just wasn't Appo's day,
They're celebrating with their crowd right here.
The
win.
Just wasn't Appo's day, kind of across the board. Barksdale did the best he could to kind of keep him in it, but
unable to complete the comeback. I mean, at one point there, Appo was able to get within 2 points, and 48-46, about a minute and 20 left in this one, and that's when Howard ratcheted up their defense and was able to come up with stops when they needed it and get some quick layups in transition. So taking a look ahead here, Joe. Howard taking on, we can now have our semifinal matchups. Taking a look at Howard and William Penn, another blue hen battle right there between those two teams.
Yeah, and as we've seen them, neither team has much size, so it's kind of almost a four to five guard lineup for actually both squads. So I would think they're going to be pretty evenly matched. It's going to come down to who makes their shots and who can run their offense, but it's from a guard to a guard in UPAT, it's a fun game because I'm thinking if I'm a Howard player, William Penn player, I might be able to attack the glass a little bit, get some points in the paint. So we'll see how that turns out. And then you got Middletown Sallies, which I'm sure most people are going to go into Thursday night thinking at least that the winner of that game is going to be expected to come away with the championship. But Sallies has some decent-sized kids. Middletown has some decent-sized kids. I'm curious to see how that game plays out as well.
Oh, and that's a rematch of a game earlier in the season in which Salesiana won 51-32. It was a game that Middletown scored only one field goal in the first half. I believe only had 7 points in that game. So don't think for a second that Middletown doesn't want that matchup back.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good one. The Final Four is set. We got a Blue Hen battle. 3 Blue Hen conference teams make the Final Four, Joe. Talk about a strong conference, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been there's been some movement in the Blue Hen Conference in Flight A and Flight B. Teams have moved around the last 5 or 6 years a little bit. But it almost feels like when I was in high school, where the Blue Hen Conference teams, you could expect at least one of them to be in the finals almost every year against a squad like Sanford, or in the semis against a squad like Sanford, or Sally. So
absolutely. 55-48 the final here. Final word from you, Joe, on this one.
Another good game second half. You're going to start out a little slow, but definitely looking forward to Thursday night. 6:30 and 8:10 at the Bob Carpenter Center.
Should be good ones. Thanks once again, folks, for tuning in for this DIAA boys basketball quarterfinal doubleheader. The Final Four is set, folks. Middletown and Salesianum in one. Howard and William Penn in the other. Thanks for Nick Halliday on the camera here today. Joe Singles, appreciate you hopping on the mic here, doing some color commentary. I've been Pat Garianis. Thanks, folks, for tuning in. We will see you at the Bob next week. See you then, folks. Night.